And obviously, we got some big headlines with the Montreal Canadiens today. Obviously, looking at the official lineup tomorrow. What do you think about what's going on?
So we have Dominic Ducharme now confirming that KK, Caulfield, and Romanov will not be dressed in the first game against the Toronto Maple Leafs. And this kind of goes back to where last week we kind of made up our mock lineup of what we were kind of expecting. I think both of us did have Caulfield out just for how new he was to the team. And this has fans in an absolute outrage on social media right now.
People are losing it. They're losing their shit. And I think rightfully so. I mean, we made our mock lineups, which, we weren't trying to go from a coach's perspective. We were trying to go from our perspective. And we both had Romanov and KK in the lineup as absolute staples. Like it was not even a question we were taking them out, right?
No, for sure. I mean, Romanov, he only got scratched a few times this year, and it wasn't like big bulk consecutive games in a row where he was scratched. So that was one that threw me off completely. The KK one, I can't be insanely surprised, but I am surprised. That doesn't kind of make sense. But what I'm trying to say is, I think the Evans Stahl thing, I know what Ducharme's kind of thinking. I wouldn't have personally done it, but I don't know. I want to get your thoughts on this one.
Yeah, I mean, you saw our lineups last week, and me and you had maybe a right winger switch to Anderson and Army or whatever it was. But when I look at the forward lines and what I had, and I'm looking at them right now, I mean, that's the best possible lineup that I think they can have out there. So it's crazy. And then Ducharme comes out today, and he makes the comment that all four, coaches and GM, everybody had the exact same lineup and the exact same scratches,
which is wild.
Like, how honest do you think that was?
I don't know. I hate to put words in other people's mouths, but there's no way all four of them. I mean, me and you watched the team a lot, and we had different lineups. I don't know how 4 or 5 guys could have all the same lineup, the same scratches. I think that was just a little fib to save face, realizing that the fan base is in turmoil right now before even the game's played. This could come back to bite everybody in the ass. Like, they go out, let's say they stomp Toronto tomorrow. Maybe they're right.
Hey, let's hope so, right? I mean, that's what we're hoping for. Obviously, as fans, we want them to go out and we want them to do well. But it's obviously the best part of social media and then doing shows like this is you get to have your own opinions. So, for me on the back end, and Merrill has come in and played great. He's steady Eddie. He is what he is. You know what you're getting from him. He's been in the playoffs. He's played well in the playoffs. But to take the experience away from a defenseman that I think is going to be in your lineup for the next 10 years is kind of a weird move to me.
Yeah,
because
sure.
he was a staple in the lineup down the stretch. You were not taking him out of the lineup. He played way too well to even be considered an option. In my opinion, you were taking Kulak out before him.
Yeah. And that's the thing, too, with Romanov. The way he plays, he has some speed to his game, but he also has that physical presence where I think if he gets a few of those open ice hits on, say, a Matthews or a Marner, it might – I know these guys are all-stars and it probably wouldn't change their game, but they might start second thinking coming down the wing with that guy coming flying at them. So I'm not sure of the decision either. I really don't know.
I know. And then when you look at the pairings, and Nick, can you bring up the actual lineup? And awesome. When you look at the D pairings, do you think it's weird that they took Sherrod away from Weber with how familiar they are with each other for the last call it 2 years?
Yeah, like it's weird because like that's the one D pairing that's never changed in the last 2 years. It's always been Weber Sherrod. They read each other. Even Weber touched on it today. Like, playing with Merrill is going to be a little bit different, but he's vocal. It should help. I'm not sure why they broke these two up. I'm not sure what the plan of attack is. It's just weird coming from Dominic Ducharme, from how the team played at the start of the year, and then some of these guys you think were absolute locks. Like, you were in the bubble last year, and I'm sorry to convert this right back to last year quickly. KK was one of your best players in the bubble.
Yeah,
and he's not even in game one.
And I said it. I was his biggest advocate for him. Him and Suzuki were the best forwards on our team last year, consistent every single night. And you wouldn't have expected it. KK came in the first game and he scored, like I said, off his leg or something. It was kind of a weird goal, but instantly the guy got confidence, and you could just see him just flourish. And he had nothing to lose. It was like he didn't care what happened during the year where he went to the minors, whatever it was. He was just playing. It's a new season and it's fresh. And I think he was probably looking forward to that same situation here. And now, is it going to be 1, 2, 3 games before he gets in? I don't know. From my opinion on Ducharme, I think he's pretty methodical the way he does things. I can't see him, even if they get blown out in game 1, I can't see him making a change